plans got changed a little bit. I was going to get on yesterday to play. Oh, let me turn this down just a little bit. Sorry, I had that turned down way, or turned up way higher than I thought. My bad. Anyways, plans got changed. I was going to get on yesterday to finish Shenmue II and begin Shenmue III, but things came up out of nowhere. I had to take a ride, take care of some errands and stuff. My car has a leak in it, a power steering leak. So I had to go, like, basically an emergency trip to AutoZone. Plus, I had to go take care of groceries and stuff. And it was. I just had a lot of shit to do. So by the time I got home, I was kind of in a bummed out, bad mood because of other shit that I'm not going to get into now. But I was already in kind of a bad mood. So by the time I got on, I was like, you know what? Streaming in this, mindset's probably not the best idea in the world. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to do something different. So I wound up just doing some off-stream Minecraft with Mrs. Which I'll probably show off at some point. Not tonight, but, at some point. And then today, I was going to get on about an hour and a half ago, but Mrs. hit me up. It's like, hey, my dad and stepmom's, we're having dinner, if you want to come over. So I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll stop by for a few. But I, already had stuff lined up, so I could only stay but just a few minutes. So here I am now, able to unwind, crack open a beer, and play a game. This is my first beer in 3 days, so I'm like, yeah. And then tomorrow is probably, like, there's very good chance no stream tomorrow or Saturday because stuff going on, and maybe Sunday as well, but I can't plan that far ahead. Every time I try to plan that far ahead, it always, never works out. It never lines up. So let me go ahead and get this set up here. I have to hunt down my USB cable for my controller. I should have done this before. But anyways, that's why I'm late tonight and why I didn't get to yesterday. But where we wound up 2 days ago when I played Shenmue was after the first night in the cave in Guilin. So we're back on the trail. Up. Yeah, so this whole stream will just be me hiking. What's up, Kira? How you doing? Forest.
Shenfa.
Yes?
Talking and hiking. That's going to be this whole stream.
It's been a long time since I walked on mountain paths like this one.
What kind of mountains are there where you grew up?
Mountains. In Japan, there's a beautiful mountain called Mount Fuji.
Japan, your country.
That works remarkably well.
It must be very far.
It's beyond the sea.
The sea. I'd like to see it.
You have never seen the sea before?
Never.
Have you ever been outside Guilin?
Not even once.
I haven't hiked in a long time.
Did you ever wish to go
8 years.
I never thought of it.
Last time I went hiking,
Flowers and
it was up a
keep me
bike
company
trail.
when I go to the forest.
Like where I live like right at the
Flowers
base
and
of a
the
mountain,
animals?
basically.
Yes.
So
How?
there's a
can't
trail that
explain.
extends maybe 4 or
Those
5
who live in
miles,
the
something
same
like that.
forest can
And it
understand
goes
each
from
You
like this
understand
bike
each other.
trail, and you can actually sort of climb about halfway up the mountain if you
Shenfa.
wanted to.
other. Yes?
But past a certain point, it's closed off to the public. And I
You know
walked to the bike trail, which was a
about the
terrible
wind?
idea, because
Huh?
it was just all
The
gravel.
wind?
It wasn't dirt, it
Yeah,
wasn't paved,
You
it
knew
was
about the
just
rain
rocks,
because the wind changed, right?
Oh,
loose rocks.
yes. I can tell
My
the
feet
weather from
bled.
the changes in the wind's direction and its humidity.
What's up, FB?
Then what you said yesterday in the
Worried,
forest.
Ine.
I felt the humid wind from the west. It was a sign that the rain
South
clouds
mountains,
were
yeah.
approaching.
You can tell
after walking that foot
not
trail,
only from the wind,
or the bike trail,
but
I
from
mean,
watching the clouds.
on foot.
the clouds.
Yes,
yeah,
the
I never
faint
wanted to
clouds
go
like
back.
fog in the sky bring rain. The small line clouds are a sign of clear weather.
It was my own fault though, because I didn't know
Really?
that we were going to go that
The
far.
clouds.
If you observe the sky
I just
carefully,
wore just like
you could
Converses,
tell the weather too.
I could.
which is not
Yes,
gravel
there are many signs in
walking
the sky.
footwear.
Observe carefully.
I agree.
What's wrong, Yo?
Nothing.
Bailu village is this way. Let's hurry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live like. If anybody here is aware of the basic geography of North Carolina, like to the west is all just mountains, and then I live sort of like, basically where I live is like the last mountain before it just all goes
Shenmue.
flat.
Yes?
I chose poorly, right? I know. Yeah, I know.
It looks like we're going down the mountain.
Yeah, nobody
Are we
has to
getting
tell
near
me
the
what a
village?
fucking moron I
Yes,
was.
that's right.
I see.
I am well aware.
So once we get through this path, it looks like we'll be there.
Yes, after we go over another mountain.
Oh. The mountains continue.
Are you tired now?
No, I'm fine.
Good. Have you gotten used to the mountain paths yet?
Yeah. I'm getting pretty used to walking here.
I'm glad. But it is more difficult to go downhill than uphill.
Yeah, if I
Watch
ever
your
go to
step.
that place, it's called the Gateway
I will.
Trail. That's the name of the place.
Some places are still muddy from the rain last night.
If I ever go there, I just stick
Yeah,
to the
I'll be
the
careful.
paved part.
Shenmue.
I haven't touched the
Yes?
bike trail in so long. Not good for anything. Right? Yeah. No, I didn't.
hurry
I
on.
didn't do that at all.
Yes.
And it was made that much worse because it was myself and two friends.
Slide.
And what happened was, we started walking like, I don't know, 6
can't get
p.m.
past
and the trail
It's
closes at
probably
8.
because of the rain last
So
night.
we
there
got
another
like
path
all
we
the
can
way
I don't know.
right to the end of the bike trail, right at like
Wait,
basically where
I
the
recall
mountain
my
path
father
starts.
mentioning
And
another
so we
path.
looked at the thing and it was 7:30 and we were like, oh shit, we gotta
There was a
run
path
back.
that broke off on
So
our
we
way
had to
here.
run,
Oh,
like
that
physically
one.
run all the way
Perhaps
back. And
that
by this
path
point, my
could
feet
be-
were fucked up.
Yeah, let's go see.
My feet were
Yes.
fucked. Like I legit couldn't walk right. Like I couldn't walk flat-footed for about a week after that. It hurt so much. Like I was running like this on gravel for 30 minutes trying to get back. We just somersault down the mountain. Yeah, that was the thing. Like, oh, it was awful.
Is this the path?
It might be.
That is why I haven't gone hiking since. Every
Although
time I
I'm
think that I
not too
want
sure.
to, I just get war
In
flashbacks
any
of
case,
that.
we don't have a choice.
And that was legit like 8 years ago.
Let's go, Shenmue.
Yo,
Yo, what's up, Hawk? Yeah, that Bernie Sanders picture you posted, I laughed my ass off at that. That was so funny. I was not ready for that.
Hey.
Hey, man. Oh, God, that was so funny. Alright, so for those who don't know, for this part of the game, there is, like, no real map or nothing. You have to navigate the forest trails. And I learned this just a couple years ago, that, like, if I went this way, it's a dead end. But there's visual cues, like, for example, this one tree that's sort of, like, pointed this way. You have to sort of pay attention to the scenery to know which path is the right path. Now we thought this was the hiking future back to the hiking back. Oh no! That sucks. That's something I'm glad we don't really deal with. This way. This should have. Where is she? There she is. Is she not gonna, like, make a comment about the spring? She normally does. Because this is the 5-color spring that supposedly changes colors 5 times a day. Yeah, hopefully this summer. Yeah. I probably should start walking again. If only for my own selfish reasons. Is this the right way? Legit don't remember. Because I see rocks blocking the path then on there. Oh, this actually might be the right way. Oh, nope, it's not. Oh, what the hell? This is the 20-year-old game, and this looks beautiful.
It's a dead end. Let's look for another path.
Let's do that.
Like, I'll go walking, but it's all just flat. There's 2 walking tracks in town, plus the Gateway Trail. Plus, if I went toward the state line, which is about 10 minutes away from here, into South Carolina, you can... there's another place I can go to. But I just almost never find myself that far off. I usually just go to one of the walking tracks and just walk a mile or 2 and call it a day. Start roughing? What does that mean?
A river.
Oh, see, doesn't this look pretty?
Yo,
Sure, the graphics look a little dated by today's standards, but
I think we
still,
can get across there.
Yeah,
for what they were
Watch
able
out
to
for the stones
accomplish
with
in
moss.
2001,
You
this
might slip.
but the river is shallow.
these graphics
here.
are actually really
no.
good.
The river flow can be more
Okay.
powerful than
Oh,
it seems.
okay.
If you slip, you could sprain your ankle.
All right, I'll be careful.
I'll go first.
Gotcha. I didn't know that was the medical term for it. Like speed walking. Gotcha.
Yo,
So it's left,
this
right,
way.
up, right, left. If I remember right, maybe. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, that's the next one.
Let's move on before it gets too dark.
Right.
You didn't either. Oh. Gotcha. Okay.
Bailu Village. Yo, we were right about taking this path.
Yeah. We can move on.
Yes,
Good. Let's go.
Yeah, once it warms up, I really should start going back to the Gateway Trail. I like it there. It's just that bike path. I don't own a bike either, so I'm not going to touch that place ever again. Unless, you know, I own a bike. Hit by a truck again. Oh no, Nobbin! Did you go hiking?
A
Right.
river again.
I know in
Yo,
today's day and age,
let's cross there.
if there's one thing that
Yeah.
I've really like
When you
come to
step on the
appreciate, it's
stones,
the time
maintain
away
your
from home.
balance by stepping out gently.
Same as
Like
the
I'm
leg steps of
normally a
jujitsu.
homebody anyway.
What's
Like
jujitsu?
I'm sort of a
A
paranoid
Japanese
shut-in,
martial art.
kind of a
I learned it
recluse.
from my father. Slide your feet as a bird would glide on
So
water
like
surface.
on that note, like the whole
I was taught
lockdown
that.
and all that stuff hasn't really affected
But
my
you've
everyday
acquired
life
that skill
all that
naturally.
much.
You must have martial arts on your mind all the time.
But
No.
I
not
have
really.
come to sort of appreciate
I'll
the
go
time that I
first.
do get out of the house because it's relatively few and far between.
Yo, please be careful.
There we go.
Good. You got across safely.
Yeah, sort of the
Let's
same
go.
here.
The village is still further ahead.
All right.
Like I go maybe once a week, get out the house. Either it's to hang out with Mrs. where she lives, or if it's, you know, hang out with my friend Kevin, or, you know, anything like that. That seems very, so... This way? Hey, it's this way! Okay, down trees, going the right way. Like I said, if you just pay attention a little bit to the surroundings when you reach a fork in the path, more often than not, that'll sort of teach you the right way. I think it's this way now, maybe? From the direction of that one tree. Okay, yeah, not this way. Around before she notices? Okay, she didn't say anything. I don't really count like going to the store or anything. That's not really... I don't count that as outside time at all. In fact, if there's anything that depresses me, it's going to the store. Grocery shopping, I hate it.
What's the matter?
We're back on the original path.
Really?
Yes. The Guardians are the sign. The landslide we saw was this way. Final Village is this way.
Really?
From here on, it's the path that I usually take. Good. Now you can follow
me. And I think
me.
I've pinpointed part of the reason why I hate it so much.
You can lead the way.
It's because there's so much good food, but because of, you know, various reasons, whether it's health or financial reasons, I can't get it. So I have to, like, I'm forced to,
Yes, Joel?
You always
I can set my controller now.
Yes.
I'm forced to sort of, like, walk away from it. Let's talk about you, enough about me.
Where do you usually go when you take this path?
I go to the docks of Langhuishan Mountain.
Light makeup and it counts for me. Yeah, not for me.
Why do you go to the docks?
I go there to buy things that I can't get in the village.
Like
what? I'm not a fan.
Iron is precious in the village. For pots and knives. And also
and because of my current financial situation, I've sort of lived off a diet of like ramen noodles and soup.
His tools.
Because it's the cheapest.
He can't get them fixed
I can sort of stretch a week's worth of ramen noodles.
What else?
From what meager budget I've got.
Medicines that are only sold in town.
Better than I could, you know.
The
stuff that I actually like.
Use herbal medicine, but for emergencies, we need
rice. Yeah, rice too.
Town.
Right. Medicine is precious.
Yes, the boats bring a lot, but medicines are expensive, so I can't buy that much.
I see. Shenfa.
Yes?
Oh, I've ate a lot of rice. I will say that. Talk about the landslide.
Is anything going to be done with that landslide over there?
I will let my father know as soon as we get home.
Oh, knowing what I know now about Shenmue 3, she's never going to let him know.
All the villagers will fix the path together.
I can sort of imagine, like, right at the very end of Shenmue 3 when we finally meet her dad. She's like, oh yeah, Dad, there's a landslide that cut off the path. We gotta do a fix that. He's like, shit, I just got rescued.
What do you mean?
The villagers cooperate and fix the path. It is hard work, but once the paths are finished,
I don't care that much for dried seaweed myself.
Oh, so the ties between the villagers become stronger.
Now ex-sister-in-law loved it.
When they get back to the village, the grown-ups
like she would do like dry seaweed with like she would scoop a little bit of
that's why they get together and work.
Wasabi, which I thought was the most disgusting thing. I'm like, oh my god, how could you eat that?
The path branches off.
No. We'll be taking a detour, but ahead there's a field full of beautiful flowers.
She didn't care.
Yes. Do you want to see them?
Yeah, let's go.
Sure. Why not, since we're here?
Yes, this way. Follow me.
Yeah, not wasabi, right. I know, she would just like take like a little spoonful of wasabi and put it on there, and I'm like, oh my god, no.
Shenfa.
No.
Yes.
Up ahead, the view spreads out.
Yes, there are less trees. There are many flowers in bloom.
But she loved it. I couldn't do it.
What kind of flowers are those?
Colza blossoms.
Really? Kozo blossoms.
There are so many of them, like a flower garden.
A flower garden. So many?
Yes. Sometimes I sit among the flowers and rest. When you bathe in the sun with the flowers, it feels really good.
I bet it does.
Let's go there, Yo.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Shenpa,
Yes?
when you go into the mountains, what do you do for drinking water?
Hey, Oliver, how's it going?
If you're walking
I'm
around
good.
here, there's
How
no
are you?
need to worry about water. There are rivers and lots of places where the water flows into springs.
Oh, you can drink from the river?
Yes, you can. Oh, when we reach my house, you can drink from the well.
The water from the well.
Everyone in the village lives off the water from the well.
I miss
The
having
river
well
is where
water.
we fish and where the children play.
Did you used to play in
If
the
anybody
river too?
here was a
When I was a
viewer that
child,
far back,
I
and I don't
played
think
with the
anyone
boys.
currently watching
I kept
is,
it a secret from my father.
back in 2015, right when I first started streaming
What
on
did you do?
Twitch,
we caught fish.
right at that same
and we
time,
raced to the other
our
bank.
well dried up.
You were a pretty active
Like,
kid.
we lived off
Yeah.
well water for 30 years, and it dried up. So we had to spend a shitload of, like, it was like $700 or something
Yeah.
like that to
Aren't
wire
they
ourselves up
beautiful?
to
Yes, they are beautiful.
city water off the reservoir, which
The last time I
the
came
reservoir,
here, the
it's
flowers were
Moss
still
Lake,
in
which
bud,
is about
but now
3 or
they've
4
all
miles
bloomed.
from here.
Really?
I have a Moss Lake
Let's
story that
move
I've told a
on.
bunch of
There
times,
will be
but
more flowers ahead.
there's a water treatment plant
Yeah.
there that sort of feeds the rest of the town water, but it's all like
Shenpa.
loaded with chemicals and
Yes?
stuff. So it's not good drinking water at all. Like, I
Flowers.
wouldn't drink it.
I haven't looked at flowers like
It's
this
got
for a
that
long time.
loaded with chlorine
Which flower
scent
do
to
you
it. Like when I
like?
take a
I
shower,
don't know much about
I can just
flowers,
smell chlorine, and
Oh.
I'm just like, ugh, don't like it.
But my father liked lilies.
Your father.
Yeah,
All
I
that.
remember.
Ugh.
Nozomi brought
I
some for
wouldn't
my
drink
father
it.
one day.
Are you talking about Nozomi again?
That's some of the best water in the world,
No,
and I'm
talking
envious
about
of
my
that.
father.
Oh, you're right. You were talking about the
Yeah, when I
lilies
lived
that
off
your
well
father
water,
liked.
I would just drink
Whenever
straight
I
from the
see
tap.
lilies,
I wouldn't
They
care.
remind me of my father.
It was good.
Everyone has a flower that
I wouldn't
reminds
now,
them
though.
of something.
Yeah. Shenpa,
Yes?
Talk about the village.
how long does it take to get to Bailu Village from here?
This area is the halfway point between the village and the cave.
Personality is a lot stronger.
Alright, you can lead the way from here.
Yes, you'll be fine if you follow me.
I don't
I
mind
know
the
the
different
way.
voice though, because I
Alright.
actually do like her voice in 3.
Shenpa,
I think
Yes?
her voice actress in 3 did a pretty good job. It's different, but it's not
no matter
bad.
how far we go,
by
the
any
paths
means.
look all the same.
It's like this everywhere around here.
For creator, and they've gotten deeper and deeper. Who knew?
Did you ever get lost?
When I was small,
If there's
I
like a
did.
non-disclosure
But if you get
thing
lost,
to talk about,
just take
you
the
know,
animal trails.
let me know. But
The
what kind of
animal
project
trails?
is it? Is it?
The path that the animals
Is
in
it
the
a game?
mountains walk. If you follow one, it'll always lead to water.
How do you find one?
You look for animal footprints.
Footprints. You know so much about animals.
I've played in the forest since I was a child.
You learned it naturally.
I know. I miss
No,
the.
my
I miss
father
the
taught me
taste of
most
tap
of the
water.
things I know.
Your father.
Yes, about the forest and the mountains and the animals.
That's something I definitely took
He
for
taught me
granted.
about the sky, the
The video game,
stars,
gotcha.
and many
He's
other
just a
things.
doormat in 3.
I
Hey,
see.
but face off though. Oh, I'll never forget my first playthrough when I reached this spot
What's wrong, yo?
with what
A strangely
since
shaped
like
tree.
what seemed like
A
3
spider
hours walking aimlessly.
A
We get
spider.
here and she
That's
says,
what the
"Oh,
villagers call it.
we're
The
halfway to
branches
Bailu
look like
Village now,"
spider
and I'm
webs.
like, "Halfway? What the
Now
hell?"
that you mention it, they do.
Whenever I'm walking back to the village, I feel relieved when I see this tree.
Huh?
We're halfway to Bailu
Yeah,
Village from here.
At that line right there, I'm like,
This tree
seriously?
marks the halfway
Only
point.
halfway, man.
I
I've spent all
see.
goddamn day on this.
Now,
But,
come
well, I
on,
didn't say
the
goddamn,
village is
but you
this
know,
way.
I was like 10 years old. It was in the summer and everyone was laughing at me. Oh gosh.
Shenfa,
What is it, Yo?
we've come a long way. Are you tired?
I'm fine. I'm used to walking here.
But
Oh,
luckily,
that's
we
right.
are definitely past
Are
the
you
halfway
alright?
point. I think
Do you
the
want to take
cave
a
was,
rest?
I think, the halfway
No,
point.
I'm fine. Let's hurry on our way.
You don't have to be in such a hurry now. This path is...
The path that you're familiar with?
Yes. Up ahead there is a clear spring. If you're tired, we can take a rest there.
A spring. Good idea. Let's go there.
All right.
Shenfa,
Yes?
Animal.
what sort of animals live here?
There are many kinds of animals.
Yesterday you told me that there are wolves.
There are wolves and bears in these mountains.
Wolves and bears. Aren't you scared of them?
I'm not scared. Nothing dangerous happens. The bears won't attack people.
I see.
But if you see a cub, you have to get away from it quickly.
That's what kind of bears
Cubs?
they have.
Yes. The mother bear would fight, risking its own life to protect her child.
Risking her own life to protect her child.
You can only
The
assume
bears
that
hardly ever attack
the
people.
panda is not the
It's a
only
kind-hearted
bear
animal.
indigenous to China.
I see. Shenfa,
Yes?
Yeah, let's talk about other animals.
are there other animals besides wolves and bears?
Rabbits and foxes and raccoons?
Foxes
Oh
and
my.
raccoons.
What kind of animals were there where you grew up?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about Mimi.
There was a cat.
Did you own it?
Yeah, it looked
No.
like Fang Man.
It was a stray cat living in the neighborhood. The mother had died, and it was all alone.
I see.
But the kids in the neighborhood took care of it. It grew to be a healthy cat.
Is the cat well taken care of in Japan?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Last time I
right?
saw it was when I was leaving for Hong Kong.
Oh,
I'm sure the cat's doing fine.
yes, I'm
That's
sure
something
it
that I
is.
think video games have kind of desensitized me to,
Shenfa.
is murder.
Yes?
In a way. Obviously, I
Are you
wouldn't do
tired,
it in
Shenfa?
real life unless I
I'm
was, you know, in
fine,
a situation where it was like life or death. But as far as games are
What?
concerned, you know,
Are you tired?
that feeling
You're
of
not
no
used to these
consequence kind of
mountain
gets in your head,
is
and you're
nothing
like, oh
compared
well,
to
you know,
martial
you're
arts
just kind of
training.
cavalier about the whole
Oh,
thing.
good.
I used to learn martial arts from my father, ever since I was little.
You like the martial arts, don't you?
Well,
Right.
now I'm not too sure about that.
Was it hard for you?
Like that's something that I appreciate Shenmue
When you're
for.
training, there's not too much fun
Is that it
involved.
kind of
Oh? You
discourages
do
it.
it even when it's not fun?
Like you know
That's what
that,
martial
that
arts is about.
he wouldn't do
That's
it
just how it is.
unless, of course, it
Well,
was a life or death
Now
situation.
I'm not
I'm
too
sure
sure
he
about
knows.
that.
If
Yes.
pressed, I guess he
Maybe-
might
Now
have.
that I think
may
back,
have to.
I was having
Wasn't
fun.
hard.
Yes. You do like the martial arts, right?
Yeah,
That's because it was fun. If it's not fun, you can't like it.
you might be right.
But of course, when I was, you know, about the same age I was when this game came out, GTA 3 had come out, and
Oh, what are you doing?
that sort of changed
Huh? Oh,
things a bit.
The path is branching off again.
Probably
I
have
told
not
you.
killed it. Yeah, I
You'll
don't
be
think
fine if you
so.
leave it all to me. This way.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
even in the situation
right.
where he absolutely could have, he chose to save, you know, Chunyan
Shenfa,
during
Yeah.
that street fight. Like there was, you know, there was an opportunity right
What
there.
does
He
your house
absolutely
look
could
like?
have, but he chose not
My
to. He
house?
chose to save her.
Like any other
That's what I'm saying. Like,
ordinary
it's kind of
house in the
discourages
village.
you from it.
an ordinary house in Bailu Village. I can't imagine what it looks like.
They're wooden pillars and
Kill
walls
Chai,
made
didn't
from
kill Danny.
dirt.
Right? Yeah.
Walls made from dirt.
There are houses made from stone in the village, too. We can get various kinds of stones near the village. There are rare, beautiful
That's something that
stones
I
and
do
strong
appreciate
ones,
about
too,
this series.
used to build houses.
There are no houses in Japan
It
made
sort
from
of
stone.
treats life with the kind of
Oh.
respect that, frankly, it deserves.
What do you mean by rare, beautiful stones?
You can only find them in Guilin, specifically near Bailu village. They used to be treasured by the emperors and nobles in the city.
Emperors and nobles.
No,
Hmm.
what are Japanese houses made of?
Wood? Yeah.
My house was made from wood.
My
Most
house
of the
is made
old
from
houses
wood.
are made from wood.
Only wood?
No, the roofs are tiled, and the windows and doors have glass.
Glass. We don't have that in the village.
Really?
Makes you sad
Once
after beating
broken,
3.
it can't be fixed.
Yeah,
No one uses it for houses.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh.
Even Novin, who
A spring.
I guess it's safe to reveal had a part
The water's
in the development of
color.
Shenmue 3. I don't know to what
This
extent. but-
spring is called Five Color Spring.
5-color spring?
From
The
winter
second half of
evening, the
Shenmue
water's
3 I
color
kind of
changes
dread
5
getting to.
times.
I
That's why
look
it has
forward
that
to playing the
name.
first half, the
Mysterious
Bailu
spring.
Village part. I loved that part, but once it got to Niawu, that's when I'm kind of like, Once I get to that part in the playthrough, I
The
think,
color will change soon.
I'm not sure.
Nothing, y'all.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Go Nick Diesel, how's it going?
How
Oh, I guess I was wrong.
does this happen?
I thought that lake we passed before was
How?
the spring.
I never thought of the spring as strange.
Really?
Like, to me, the first half of 3 is the best half. Once you get into Niawu, it kind of drags on a little too much. For my liking.
That's Korean, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Landslide again. We have to take
I
a
need
different
to- I need
path.
to get into that series.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Huh?
Would anybody be
After I
up for
told
a
you to leave
Yakuza
it to me to
playthrough
lead you the
after
way.
Shenmue 3? Yakuza
Don't
0,
worry
maybe?
about it.
Honestly, don't remember this part.
Let's get
Yeah,
back to that
I'm on
branching
the
path.
very end of Shenmue 2. Like, we'll probably finish the game today.
We have no choice but to go this way.
You're right.
Alright? I'll go first from here.
In fact, we'll probably finish the game within maybe
Yes,
an hour.
You can lead the way.
We're very close to the end. Alright, now that I have control, I'm going to save. Just because I haven't. Just acknowledge you want Shenmue 4 to be even better. And that's what I hope for. Like, that's the thing, like, you know, I have, like, little doubt that Shenmue 4 will be the game that we've all waited for. The hardest part was making number 3. Is this right? Remember. It's another thing. Right, yeah. No, yeah, I have all faith. If anybody can make it better, it would be him.
Huh? What's the matter?
But it's
Shenpong?
easy to see that maybe he was a little too ambitious with 3 in certain
But
places.
My father.
Your father?
The fat gangster at
I'm
the
sorry.
end. No, there's
I
a there's
kept
a
you
whole
waiting.
other
Let's
section
go.
past that part. Never meant to be a blockbuster. Something like that. Yeah, and that's sort of how I always look at it. This way, I believe this is the end. I think by this point is where it gets sort of rocky. We have to do that QTE part. Tight-roping across the rocks. Like I said, you know, maybe a year ago, that and I know I've told you this, Navin, that Shenmue 3, you know, was probably harder to make than 4 would be, because he pretty much had to rebuild the entire thing from scratch. That it probably would be way easier because he has most of the infrastructure already there. Yeah, exactly, from the ground up. Yeah. Yeah, it had to be redone. Right. And it, you know, he could have taken the shortcuts and just reused the assets that he had already made 20 years ago. Like, oh, no, it's the wrong way.
How was it?
It's a dead end ahead.
Then let's
Mention
take
the
a
same thing
different
together.
path.
Yeah, we're
All right.
definitely on the same page with that. I have absolute faith that if anybody could pull it off, it would be him. And I say that based on his own track record of success. I mean, he's been going this longer than I've been alive, so that sort of speaks for itself, I think.
A strange landscape.
The rocks are like bridges, and many are connected. There are many places with similar terrain in Guilin. But I was surprised too when I first saw this.
The scenery looks artificial.
True, but it's the wind and water that created the shapes over a long time.
Really? It's narrow, but I think we can cross it.
Yes, but watch your step.
Okay. We could die if we fall.
If
I
we
wish I
cross
could
it
save it this
slowly,
part,
we
but it's
won't
fine.
fall. Let's go.
Okay?
I know I just saved like, what, 5 minutes ago? It's fine. It's not like the Ghost Hall building where if I fall I have to start from the very beginning. From the developers? Good question. I don't know. Oh. Ooh, that was close. Yes? Oh, okay. I know Shenmue and Yakuza get a lot of comparisons to each other. But I also understand they're very different. Now, you know, I'm someone, I've never really played them. I'm probably not the right person to, you know, give an educated response about. There's some of them who are still in
The
Sega.
bridge ends
Nice.
here.
Jump carefully. We can make it.
Is it up A? I hope? Or is it
No,
up A up? I don't
jump!
remember. I'm hoping it's up A.
Okay.
About to find out. Up A. Got it. Oh, thank you. 38 bits a
Now
night.
let's go. The path continues.
What? No money?
Good.
What? No money?
Bailu Village. Yo, let's move on.
Binary domain,
Yeah.
Judgment, Amethyst, and North Star. Really?
It's this way, right?
Yes,
Good. Let's go.
I should probably save because it's been a few minutes. That was sort of the last hard part of the game right there. I think that may have actually been the last QTEs of the whole game. Oh, that's a dead end. Don't say anything. Okay, good. That's where my own sort of ego gets in the way, that I don't want to like go far enough to where if I turn around and she says, "How was it?" "Oh, it's a dead end." I don't want her to know that I found the dead end.
What is this?
that is a stone lion.
Okay,
The
so
stone
I think
lion.
she'll take it
It
over
is an
from
ancient
now on.
Chinese sign placed on the roads that branch off.
Road
I didn't
sign.
see that on any of the other roads that
Then-
branched off.
We're back on the usual path. I'm familiar with this path.
Really?
The village is
Really?
not far from here now. Let's go. Follow me.
Yeah. Shenpa,
Let's talk.
Yes?
Have a chat.
I saw that stone lion in Hong Kong too.
The stone Lion King is a talisman found everywhere in China.
A talisman.
We pray for safe journeys.
So that's why it's sitting by the path.
Yes, especially on the points where the paths branch off.
Where the paths branch off?
I was taught when I was a child that it protects the village from evil spirits.
I remember now. I saw them at the entrances of the towns in Hong Kong.
That's not a surprise. Also, we pray to it when a child gets sick.
A child?
Yes, as a child, when I had a fever, the old lady in the village prayed for me.
They have them in your village as well?
We place them in the village where the roads cross, or some houses have them carved in the walls.
I guess they're everywhere.
Yes.
Shenfa,
Yes?
Talk about danger.
isn't it dangerous to walk in the mountains alone?
There's nothing dangerous here. I just stay put when there's no moon, or when it rains
I can't help
heavily.
but think of the show Archer.
And if you don't surprise
Danger
the
Zone.
animals, they won't attack you.
Really?
If you know about the mountains and the forest, you'll realize that people are just another creature in the mountains. There's nothing to fear.
Alright, I gotta respond to a message.
People are also creatures in the mountains.
But Joel,
Hmm?
watch out for the snakes. There are poisonous ones.
Poisonous snakes?
Yes, if the snake's head is triangle-shaped, it's poisonous. It slithers on the ground, so you can't notice it even if it's near you.
Gosh.
Alright.
If there's
I'll
one
remember
thing
that.
I'm well familiar
It would
with
be
living in North
terrible if you
Carolina,
got
it's
bitten.
poisonous snakes.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
be careful.
venomous snakes, whatever. Same thing.
Are there lots of poisonous snakes?
I see them sometimes, but the poison of the snakes around here isn't too strong. Even if you're bitten, if we take care of it quickly, you'll be fine.
I see.
Feel better?
Yeah,
Different thing.
a little.
You know what I mean. Yes, I know they're different things. But she meant the
What's
same
wrong,
thing,
Shenpa?
so, you know.
The two paths. Which way was it?
Are we lost?
No, we'll be fine. Either path will take us to the village. It's just
yeah,
that
I know.
What?
one of them will be a detour. The path
Point
looks
is,
so
I've
much
lived around
alike,
those
I can't
snakes
tell which
almost my entire life.
Alright. I'll decide on which path to take.
one. Yes, please do.
There you go. Left or right? Chat, left or right? I will go ahead and say that the decision doesn't really matter in the end. It takes you to the same place. But left or right? The very first one I see is the one I choose. Left or right? Cricket. 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 What happens if I just leave it? Will she just choose for me? I can back out. What happens here? What happens here? Let her choose.
Let's go this way.
Decision carries too
Yeah.
much weight. Yeah. Okay. He chooses for me then, I guess. Okay.
Shenfa,
Yes?
I wonder what Bailu village looks like.
A quiet, small village surrounded by the mountains. But
But?
there are old buildings and castle walls there. They were built long ago.
Castle walls?
Yes, they were built by the nobles from the city.
I don't remember
An
any
old
castle
lady
walls.
in the village told me.
What?
Who
What
were the nobles?
castles?
They served the emperor. They had treasures and rare items. So naturally, there were many thieves.
Ah, that's why they built the walls.
I don't
There
recall
was a
any
poem in the
walls.
village, left by the nobles.
How does the poem go?
Green trees of Gui create a forest to the south of the lake. The river is a blue sash of silk. The hills are hairpins of jade.
What does it mean?
The deep forests of Gui
Wish I had a
are
jade
south of the lake.
hairpin.
The waters of the
Yo,
Lijiang
Mario!
are like blue
What's up,
silk.
dude?
The mountains are like hairpins made from jewels.
There it
The
is.
landscape of Guilin.
How's it going?
Yes, I like this poem. Even with my eyes closed, I can see the landscape of Guilin.
Really? Shenfa,
Yes?
How's
do you
the
think
weather
it'll
up
rain
here?
again?
It won't rain for a while. The clouds are far, and the wind is dry.
I thought he was going to do the whole cliched. Nice weather we're having, huh?
It rained pretty hard last night. The river was almost overflowing.
Yes, there's a lot of rain in Guilin. That's how such a deep forest was created.
I see.
Not only rain, but there are deep fogs too.
There's fog, too.
The rain does not only flow
I'm totally
into the
that one
river,
asshole that where it's
The
like
rain
90
seeps
degrees
into the
outside. I'll
forest
just say,
trees
well, how
and
about this
earth."
heat?
Into the forest.
Yes. And in the mornings and evenings, the fog covers the mountains. The fog is so thick that you couldn't see your hands stretched out in front of you.
Been there before. I've
You
had to
can't see your
drive in
hands?
those conditions before.
That thick?
That
The
sucked.
mountains of Guilin are most beautiful when the morning fog embraces them.
Is that so? I'd like to see that.
If you stay in the village for a while, you'll be able to see it.
For a while.
Yo, the village is this way.
Yeah.
Ready for zombies to walk out, right? I know, there's just something inherently creepy about that.
Shenfa,
Yes?
Yeah, let's talk about your dad. Is he going to be like one of those dads
said
that's
your
going to be
father
like
was
real
sick?
threatening because
He
you brought a
sometimes
strange
has a
boy
heavy
home for the
cough.
first time, and he's going to be like, hey,
you must be
if you're
worried.
planning on doing anything with my
During
daughter,
the night, or
you know,
when
and he's
it's
going to like
humid, he
throw
would
up his
cough a
fist or
lot.
some shit like in a
I would
threatening
rub
way.
his back, and he would feel a little better.
Are the herbal medicines working?
Yes, he
And
takes
no
them
herbs?
every day after meals. That's why he can work every day. But sometimes,
I see. Is there a hospital in the village?
no.
Let's be real though,
doctor
if anybody
visits the
did that
village
shit to
sometimes.
him,
Really?
any
That must be inconvenient.
concerned father did that shit to him, he'd probably whip his ass.
I hope your father gets
Let's
better.
be real.
Yes.
If Rio was
it
able
isn't all that
to
serious, so he'll be fine.
knock out Big Boy
I'll
on
bring
top
him
of the
herbs.
rooftop in
I see.
Kowloon, he could probably take out anybody.
Shenfa,
Yes?
Let's be real.
you said there were no doctors in the village?
Yes.
It must be very inconvenient when someone gets ill.
Yes. I hope my father's illness doesn't get worse.
What about medicines?
Everyone boils herbs and drinks them.
Herbal medicine.
Now this is actually something
There's
that
a
did
pharmacy in the
happen in number
village.
3.
There's a pharmacy.
Herbs are a pretty big
They
part of
make
that game.
medicine. You can buy the ingredients there, or you can pick them and take them to the pharmacy to have the medicine made.
Oh, so it's a bit different from the pharmacies in town.
They examine each person's condition and make the best medicine accordingly. Most people live long in the village.
I didn't mind picking
Really?
herbs, but I
Yes,
did
but-
mind the
What's
achievements or the trophies
I'm
to
worried
pick
about
all
my
of them
father.
in a region.
He's been working constantly. He needs to rest more.
Does your father have a heavy workload?
I never
I don't
was able to
know.
get any of those.
He doesn't talk much about
And I
his
did try.
work. I think he's been pushing himself too hard lately.
Remember, I
Oh,
delayed
you must be
leaving
worried.
Bailu Village for
Yes.
Niawu for like a full day, maybe 2 days. And I went around trying to pick every single. I mean, I went as far around the map as I possibly, like, as much as I could find, and picked them all. And it never happened. And it reached a point where I was like, well, screw this. Moving
What
on.
does that sound?
That was on
It
PS4
sounds like
though.
a
I mean,
waterfall. I hear it from the path on the left.
that
Is
was
there
when
a
I thought I
waterfall?
could probably go
No.
after the
I don't
Platinum
think there
trophy
was
for
one
3.
nearby.
Because I 100% of 1
What
and
does
2,
that
so I
sound?
thought, well, you know what, I'll go ahead and
I
do
don't
3.
know.
But then
Do you
that
want to go
happened, and I was
find
like,
out?
yep, nope, not doing it. Go or don't go. You know what, I'm going. I'm gonna be a yes man this
Yeah,
playthrough.
why
Doing
not?
it.
Yes.
Look at that. Even 20 years ago, these graphics are so beautiful looking. I feel like we have become really spoiled by the fact that video games, well, media in general, even movies, you know, CGI has sort of evolved so much in the last 20 years, 25 years, that we just don't stop and appreciate how far we've come. But even then, like, this was 2001. This was legit 20 years ago.
There's water back in the river.
I mean, sure, it doesn't look photorealistic, but
This river has been dry for months.
Really?
this looks
We
great.
heard this waterfall. But why
Artistically,
did the water start running all
it
of a
looks
sudden?
fantastic.
Last night's rain. The rain made the waterfall, and it's now flowing into the river.
That rain made this waterfall.
Yes.
That rain.
Whenever it
Oh,
rains
that
hard,
rain.
small waterfalls are made here and there.
Really?
The river runs into the Lijiang. The village is up the river.
Let's go.
Yes.
Save again. In about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about the waterfall that we just
Creating a
saw.
waterfall like that. It must have rained really heavily.
Yes. Someday.
Hmm?
Sunday?
Someday, this mountain will be carved by the river water. And it will turn out to be like the Langhuishan mountain. Like a mountain that looks like hairpins carved from jade.
Oh. Because of all the rainfall. That's why the mountains are shaped so strangely.
Yes. The deep valleys and the cave we rested in.
Someday,
all made by
about,
the
I don't
weather
know,
of Guilin.
a few
The
thousand years from
landscapes are
now.
beautiful, but I don't want to jump into any more muddy streams.
True. But
But
if we didn't have that rainfall, I would not have met you.
that's true.
I love that she
This is
literally
real life.
appears in his
What's
dreams
wrong?
I feel like I was
and
drawn
literally
to this land.
appears
I
in
just felt
actual
that way.
merchandise that he
Just now.
buys
You were drawn
in
to Guilin?
Yokosuka.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
know how
he
to
doesn't
explain
question it at all.
I don't think we met by coincidence either.
Like,
People meet and
if that
part
were me,
because of
the first
fate.
time I see her, I'm like,
That's what my
dude,
father
you're the
always
chick
said.
from the potato
Yeah,
chips that I
it
bought
could
back
be.
at home. Or,
You
dude,
think
you're
so
the chick
too?
from the chocolate
I
and the
think so,
caramel
now.
that I bought back at home. Yo, it's you. And she would look at me like, what?
Yo, we'll be out of the forest soon.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm being like
It won't
halfway
take long
facetious,
now.
but like I'm also being halfway
Let's move
very
on.
serious about it. Hey,
Yo, we're almost there.
I see. Shenfa, is Bailu village near now?
yeah, it's
We have to
actually
go a
kind
little
of back
further
behind
to
you.
reach the place where the villagers
A little
live.
further. I mean,
Really?
geographically, though,
But my
Shenmue
house
3
is right
establishes
there.
that it's actually
It's on
back
that small
behind
hill.
you. But
Please come
yeah,
in for
okay.
a while.
But I need to go to Bailu village.
You saved my life. I want to thank you. Please rest for a bit. Please?
Oh, alright.
Good. Follow me. We'll
I know
see
it's
my
those
house
little
soon.
things that kind of
Shenfa,
Follow me.
Oh.
Just a bit.
I
Like-
see.
can I not speak to her anymore?
Shenfa,
Come on. We're
Oh,
almost.
okay.
Okay.
I can't speak to her anymore. I just have to wait. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of those things that you kind of have to ignore about Shenmue 3. That in that game, Bailu Village is actually back behind you. But it's okay. I can forgive it because they pretty much faithfully recreated this area
Here.
in stunning detail. Holder number 4 done. Holder number 5 nice. So
what's
how do you
this
make
tree?
that? Is it like a
Shenmue.
crocheted thing?
Huh?
A tree called Shenmue.
Oh, she
Shenmue.
said it! She said it! She said the thing!
Every year at this time of the season, its flowers bloom.
Really?
This tree holds a special meaning for me.
Doing crochet? Gotcha. That's something Mrs. She's been learning how to do. Back around Christmas last year, I'm only explaining this because she's not here to explain it for you.
The Shenmue tree has its flowers in bloom again this year.
Sorry, I have to talk when they're not talking. She knitted scarves and gloves and stuff for people,
a beautiful flower.
and that was kind of the first
We will
stuff
name
she's
our
learned how to
child
do,
Shenfa.
Shenfa,
as far as I know,
that
at
is
least.
wonderful. The Shenmue tree shall protect her.
The flower of the Shenmue tree is called Shenfa.
That's...
Yes, that's my name.
Sorry, y'all. I hate to do this so abruptly, but my phone is ringing. I have to answer the phone real quick. Sorry. I'm gonna take a. You know what? I'll count this as a break because it's been about an hour. I'll be right back. Don't go away. I gotta take a phone call. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Mama Professor was calling me. I was wanting to make sure everything was good. In fact, she was the one checking up on me because I didn't call her today, so yeah. Anyways, we're good. Everything's good. Crisis averted. Yeah, if there's one thing I really appreciate about Shenmue 3 is that they did recreate this area in such good detail. Which, you know what? I mean, it's still reasonably early. We'll probably start 3 tonight. Do scars pretty quick. Like 2 days and pattern. Yeah. I don't know anything at all about crocheting. That's just not something I've ever bothered learning. But Mrs. did learn, and she got actually really good at that.
There was a tree at home that bloomed during the springtime.
That was part of her,
At your
this one of
house?
these days you must visit a doctor. Oh,
They were
no.
called cherry blossoms. Their petals
Get a
were
full
pale
body
pink.
fix. Oh,
Cherry blossoms. Does that tree hold a special meaning for you too?
yeah, she learned
Yes.
maybe 2 months ago, maybe? If that long.
Let's
And then
go.
she spent much of
This
December
way.
making a bunch of scarves and gloves and stuff for her, you know, for her friends and family and stuff. Yeah, I know that feeling. My lower back has been in spasms for oh gosh, next month will be a year. And I can pinpoint exactly the point where that happened to. Last February, there was a tornado warning that came through where I live. And they're very rare. Like, tornado warnings are very rare. Anyways, one happened, and I needed to work on my lawnmower. But because so much rain had come down because of that tornado warning, the sink, the tires had sunk down into the gravel. So I actually had to lift up to push the tires, to push the lawnmower out of that pit that it kind of formed. Yeah. And by
What's the matter,
lifting up
Shenfo?
on that, it kind of fucked my back up.
When I was a child, I used to play on that swing.
To this day, I have a knot in my lower back that formed
Every
from
year
that.
when the Shenmue's flowers bloomed.
Is this house located in Bailu Village?
A few years.
Yes.
Yeah, she took it up really
We're
quick.
at the edge of the village.
Like, impressively
Really?
quick.
That tree.
The Shenmue tree.
Yeah, it's a really big tree.
Yes, it's a very old tree too. The tree was already that tall when my grandfather
Like, it rained
was a
so
child.
much that day.
see.
You know.
The tree
And a
has been
tornado
alive
did
for
hit, but
thousands
it
of
was
years.
far enough away from here that
Thousands
it
of
wasn't really
years.
much of a concern to me. But
Shenmue.
it rained so much
What's
that
the matter, Will?
gravel that the
Maybe
lawnmower
it's
was
only
sitting
my
on,
imagination.
the tire sort of sunk
Yes?
down into it a little bit.
But I
And so
think
maybe
I
a
feel
week after
something.
that
You
I had to
feel
like
something?
push it
The
out to
tree
try to
isn't
work
just
on it.
old and big.
I had
I
to
don't know
sort
how
of
to
lift
say
up, and when
this.
I did,
It seems
just
like it has a
yeah,
spirit.
it messed my back
Really?
up.
Do you feel that way too?
Well, yeah.
I felt the same way ever since I was small.
You too?
When I was a child, I used to play
In
under
fact,
the
when I
tree.
take breaks to get
and I
up, walk
felt
around,
like
and
I was
stretch,
being held
part of
by
my
this
stretching
tiny tree.
routine is trying to
Although I
stretch
was
out that
alone.
part of my back.
I didn't feel lonely at all.
That is a part of
I
my
think I understand.
routine now.
It feels like, even as we sit here,
Although it doesn't really,
the
you
tree is
know,
watching and
it
protecting
doesn't
us.
pop or crack
It
or
seems
anything
like
like it should. You know, I just
I've
sort of
known that
stretch it
tree
out so
from a
that it
long
doesn't
time
hurt
ago.
so intensely.
It's a strange feeling.
Guess yoga helps too. Yeah, I imagine it does.
Shenfa, you said you were living with your father.
I just stretch a bunch.
Yes.
That's
I
basically
only
my
have a father.
way of
I don't
coping
have
with
a
it.
mother. What about you?
When I was really small, my mother was already...
And your father?
My father is gone now.
I'm sorry.
That's
I-
something that I can relate
It's
to.
alright.
My father is gone now too.
What's your father like?
He's a stubborn but warm-hearted man.
Stubborn, but warm-hearted.
That's something like back in 2019 when I did like 7 playthroughs of Shenmue 1 and 2.
Leo, while you're still sleeping in bed,
Huh.
farmers are working hard in the
I
fields.
love that they replay this.
Carefully picking carrots one by one. So how can you waste them like that?
They even bring back the same dialogue too.
Okay, I'll eat them.
Right. Massage therapists are rare nowadays. Yeah. It is what it is.
Good.
But anyways, as I was
That's
saying,
my boy.
back in 2019 when I was playing this series over and over and over again, it kind of, in
What's
a way,
wrong?
prepared me for the
Nothing.
inevitability that my
There's
dad was
something
going to
I'd
die.
like to tell you.
So that when it happened,
I was told my real father had
I was,
died.
in a way, prepared. Oh, Josie. She's crying at me, I guess
Yes,
she... What's up,
together
Josie?
with my mother.
Really?
What's up, honey?
But I don't
You okay?
remember anything about my real parents. I don't even know how they
Anyways.
died.
Your present father?
He took my parents' place and raised me as if I were his
Kind of
real
went away
child.
from that topic.
Of course, I accept him as my real father.
But,
He's my only family now.
you know,
I see.
at this point, it doesn't really bother me as much as it did when it actually happened.
But when I was small, I used to give him a difficult time.
I'd spent maybe
I
the
threw tantrums.
previous 4 years
I
or
told him that
so
I wanted a mother.
kind of preparing for that because he got
Brothers and
sick back in
sisters, too.
2015. That was when things actually kind of happened, you know, at
Brothers
first.
and sisters.
And if
Do
he
you
had
have
died
any
in
brothers or
2015, I would
sisters?
not have been ready, and I would have been like maybe 1,000 times more devastated than I
I don't have
eventually
any
was.
brothers or sisters.
And I'm okay
But there was
talking
this
about this
person
now.
called
Like,
Fukusan.
don't worry about
We
it.
used to
I'm
practice
good
with each
now.
other.
But
Practice?
when it
We were learning
happened,
martial arts from my father. He was
when it
strict with both
actually
of us.
happened, I kind of
We were
was
always
already
away
in
from
a
practice.
place where I
We
kind of
used to fight a
prepared
lot, too.
myself for it
Just
because I
like real
knew it
brothers.
was like when he
Really?
first got sick. I kind of knew it was a matter
He
of
helped
time.
me in
That
many
was
ways so
that was
I could
kind of
go
a
to Hong
wake up
Kong.
call to kind of be
You're lucky.
prepared for the inevitability of
I envy
you know
you for having
your
a person
parents
like
dying.
that
You know
close
what I
to
mean?
you.
Although we weren't real brothers.
So by the time it
he's a
actually
part
did
of my
happen
family, and he's
a
important
year
to
and
me.
some change ago,
Yes.
that I was not really ready, but mentally I had prepared
He will be back
myself.
soon.
It wasn't
You should
so
stay for the
devastating.
night.
It wasn't so much of a
Is that alright?
Yes,
gut
I want
punch.
to help you,
You know what I
in
mean?
return for saving me. I'm going to get dinner ready. Please wait. Why don't you
Does that make
rest
any
while
sense?
I make dinner?
I really hope it makes some sense.
Yes. Thank you.
Like I spent a while kind of, you know, it does good. Like when he first, he had had a series of heart attacks. In 2015 was the first one. July 12th, 2015 was when it first happened. You know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity. I didn't even know I could do this until after 3 had come out. Walk around out here. Yeah, wake-up calls. Exactly. Like, I kind of knew that it was inevitable, but at the same time, I was also kind of... What? Okay, then. Whatever. I'm not going to question it. I was also
Yeah.
kind of, you know, just
Have
not
a
ready
seat.
for it. I was just
Thanks.
immature, in a way. Great-grandmother,
This
she
was the
had an
best I could
accident and
do.
Everything kind of declined from there, so
Looks
while
really
we were all
good.
heartbroken, we were mentally preparing for years.
Help yourself to
Right.
seconds.
I kind of wish that when my grandmother passed away, that
What's this
I had
meat?
prepared myself for it, but
Rabbit.
that really was sudden.
I set a trap in
And
the mountain.
Kind of incidentally, that was kind of
Oh,
the event that
really?
triggered my
Tasty,
dad's
isn't it?
own problems. It was his
Yeah,
mother,
It is.
his mom. When she passed away, it fucked with him big time, right? And she was still relatively young. She was, at least compared to my dad. My dad was
Make yourself
born
at
when she
home.
was 17,
You can use any space in this
right?
house.
And he was born in the 50s, so
Thank
like
you.
know, it was
Father
sort of a
has
different
small
time then. But
collection of things.
yeah, she was
Take
only
a look,
17 years
if you
older than
like.
him. So when she
Yeah,
passed away,
I
it
will.
kind of messed with him in a way. But she was so young that I think her passing had something to do, I don't know to what extent, but something to do with his own problems. If that, you know, again, makes some sense.
This is...
Or watching this and playing it, it feels good like a movie, right? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too. I don't mind playing it, but you know, yeah, I do prefer watching the series too.
What's wrong?
But I kind of do feel like her passing did have something to do with his health problems sort of coming up to the surface, because it really wasn't that long at all after that. It was like maybe 2 months after she died was when his first heart attack happened.
It's the same.
And
What is this drawing?
yeah, when that happened to him,
My
that was
father
when I
told me
kind
this
of
has been in our family since long,
I was
long
forced
ago.
to kind of confront the
But he
fact
wouldn't
that
tell me
my
anything else
parents wouldn't
about
be
it.
around forever.
Yo, what is this mirror?
I heard that it was given to my father.
But I'm glad I had
To your
those last
father?
4 years, because honestly, like, to me, in my mind, those last 4 years that I had with my dad were kind of bonus. Like, he could have died that night, and that
Phantom
could have been it.
Riverstone?
But I had 4 whole years with
I
him
don't
after
know.
that I was able to,
My father
spend
might
with
know
him, even though
something.
he wasn't exactly
Where's
quite
your
the
father
same
now?
after that
He's at
happened.
the stone pit, gathering
He,
Phantom Riverstone.
Where's the
I don't
stone
know
pit?
that I've ever
Over on the other
revealed
side of
this
the
on
mountain.
stream, but he
He said he was going to
had
finish
some kind of
something.
brain damage
It's
that
been
happened.
days since he left for the stone pit.
Can you take
He
me
had
there?
some kind of procedure done not
I'm
long
going to
after the
bring
heart
him food
attack, the
tomorrow
first heart
morning.
attack,
Come with
that
me.
he had
All
a
right.
loss of oxygen to the brain, and he wasn't exactly the same after that. So that, like, to me that didn't matter that much. Like, he was still my dad, you know what I mean? Like, I still spent all those, the next 3-4 years after that trying to, be there with him, be there for him. So that by the time it happened, you know what I mean, that I was as much ready as I could possibly be. Where is she? Is she in here? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Shenfa,
Yo, good morning.
I mean, like I said,
Good
like
morning.
I'm still
I'm
pretty
preparing lunch
comfortable
right now.
talking about it.
Can
It's
you
just
wait
hard
a
to
while?
find the right words to explain it. It wasn't the same. Right. That's what I mean. Like, you kind of have to
Thank you for waiting.
had to
Let's go see my
explain that to
father.
yourself some
Yeah.
days. Like, some days where he wasn't quite himself, you have to, think about that. You have to know.
It's this way. Follow me.
all right.
That's right. There goes, it's been a little while.
Shenfa,
Yes?
what's the stone pit like?
It's inside a cave.
Are you talking about? Oh,
A cave.
to me, it's not
When
that
you
big
go
of a
inside
deal.
the cave, there's a
Because
hall.
it's something that,
I always bring lunch there.
with,
There's a larger hall further inside
normally
the cave.
everybody kind of goes through it in a way.
Further inside?
And now
Yes,
that I've
but my
gone
father
through it,
doesn't
I
let me
kind
go
of
there.
have an insight that I,
don't
didn't
really
have
know
before.
what that place is like. But I heard
Or
it's the stone
hiking,
pit
no.
for Phantom
It's not
Riverstone.
nearly as much hiking, I promise.
Phantom
We're very
Riverstone.
close to the end.
Yes, the same stone as your mirror. Yo, can I ask you something?
What is it?
It's about that phoenix mirror.
Yeah.
On the
I
diagram
would go as
in
far
my
as to say that
father's
losing
room,
my nephew
there
was
was a
harder than
design of a
losing my
dragon
dad.
as well.
Yeah.
That's probably
My
a
father had
conversation
another
for
mirror
another
with a
time
dragon on it.
entirely.
What happened to the mirror of the dragon?
That actually was a,
It was
a
stolen by the
tragedy.
man who killed my father.
it is what it is. Stay
Landy.
hydrated. Oh shit. Gotta get
Killed?
water. Hold on.
Oh, that's right.
Your father was killed because of the mirror.
Stay hydrated.
Huh? Because of the mirror?
A village legend says the ancient emperor had mirrors made from
Doesn't look like
Phantom
she had a long
Riverstone.
life. 80. Yeah, 80 is
The
really good.
rulers fought for the mirror.
My dad was
trying
65
to
when
get
he
its
died.
hidden power. And some even lost their lives because of it.
My
I
grandfather,
didn't
who
know
died
there was
about
such a
2 months
legend.
before my dad did,
I'm
he was
getting scared.
about a
Shenfa.
month shy
I
of
hope
reaching
nothing
88.
evil happens.
So it's kind
Whatever
of the same
case,
thing, comparable.
We should go
you
ask
know.
your father. Let's hurry to the stone pit.
Your grandma's
Yes.
both passed at 98. Wow. Yeah, my grandfather was 88 when he passed away. Also in 2019. He died in October 2019. My dad died in December. He died the day after Christmas in 2019. Yeah, they had just turned 100. Wow.
Here is the path.
Do you always come here?
Yes.
What is it?
It's different.
What is?
Oh, with holidays.
There isn't
Yeah.
a single bird.
I won't lie when I say that this past Christmas was a little hard.
The migratory birds come here to rest. Usually the birds are here
But
and they
I'm
chat
glad that I
with
didn't
each
have
other.
that one last Christmas with him,
But
that he
why
waited
aren't they
until the
here
day
today?
after. to
Did
kill
something
him.
happen?
I say
don't
that
know.
facetiously.
But
He would want me to, I think.
Shenfa?
He would have made the same joke.
I sense something isn't right. Yo, let's hurry on our way.
I feel like
Right.
his Christmas
Let's
present
go.
to me was that last Christmas with him. You know what I mean? But I'm thankful that I was there with him. You know what I mean? Like, when he died, like, I was there when he died. Like, he was not in my arms or nothing, but he was right in front of me.
Here.
I was there. You know what I mean? Like, there's no good way to say it. I was there. I was right there. But, you know. Oh,
Take
don't
this.
do
It's
Bible
dark
stuff. You're gonna make
inside.
me sad.
Huh.
It's something that I've come to terms with at this point. I'm okay with it. If there
The
was
stone
any
pit is
way
further
that
inside.
if there was
Follow
any way
me.
that it would have
Yeah.
happened, it should have been the way that it did happen. If that makes sense. I would have, I would have rather things played out the way they did than any other way.
Shenfa, where's the stone pit?
The stone pit is further inside.
And if this makes anybody uncomfortable,
My father
I do
always works
apologize.
there. Let's go further
But-
inside.
It did
All
happen.
right.
There's no. And considering I'm playing a series about a guy who lost his
Shenfa,
dad
Where's your father?
My father
and going
is
on
working
revenge
in the
about
back.
it, that
All right.
kind of seems somewhat fitting. Like, I'm not all that sad about it, because the fact is he really
Here.
did suffer the last years of his life. After his heart attack, his quality of life did
I always
decrease
bring
so
him food
much
here.
that by the time it
Father!
did happen, that I was,
Father!
one, I was mentally prepared for it, but he, I think, was ready. You know what I mean?
I wonder where he is.
Like, I wasn't
He always comes here when I call him.
as sad as I probably
go
would
check
have
the
been
back.
had it happened 4 years ago, because I knew what he was going through. I saw it every day. I lived with my parents. Like, I know what it was like for him. I know how hard it was. So for him, it was probably an escape. It was probably a... What's the right word here? Maybe escape wasn't the right term, but a relief,
Father!
maybe, from what he was going through. Because physically, he wasn't
Father!
right.
There's something wrong. He's always here.
Yeah, either way. I'm probably bumming everyone else
Where
out.
could
I
he
do
be?
apologize.
Well,
It is what it
there's
is,
a door
I guess.
beyond here.
Further?
It's not my intention
This
to
way.
bum anybody out by saying this, I do promise. Yeah, how about that Shenmue, huh? Yeah, parts of life, exactly. Like,
Shenfa,
it's normal,
Where's the
I
stone
guess.
pit?
The stone pit is further inside. Let's go further inside.
All right.
Okay. I mean, it does happen. Uh-oh. The door's open. She wants to go deeper. Uh-oh. Giggity goo.
This is it.
The door's open. It's always been locked.
What's beyond this door?
Mono hype. Oh, no.
I don't know.
I thought that was a PogChamp.
Father never let me inside.
Wasn't that PogChamp like 2-3 days ago?
Maybe he's in here.
Let's go.
Or did they just like make all the old contents of
This place.
I kind of gave up trying to make sense of all of what just stuff.
I didn't know there was a place like this in the cave. Yo. Look, there's a path.
Let's go take a look.
Oh, here comes the best scene of this game. Right here. I actually do think, because this predates the movie by a few years, I think National Treasure ripped this scene off a little bit. You'll see when it happens.
Shenfa.
Father's writing. Dear Shenmue, my work is done.
Uh-oh.
The phoenix entrusted to our people is now complete. The time of
Destiny has come. Shenmue, go with the one who holds the phoenix and find the proof. Yield yourself to the one and go together. I shall give you the family treasure, the Sword of 7 Stars. Think of the sword as a part of me and keep it with you. I shall always watch over you.
the Sword of 7 Stars. The one who holds
It's okay,
the
Hawk.
phoenix.
He's still out
Find
there.
the proof?
What is the proof?
I don't know, but there should be some clue here.
Shenfa. Let's look for it.
Yeah, let's look for it. Got the, right here. Now that looks important, but we'll see in a few minutes what happens there. Where is the thingy thing that I gotta find here? Where's it at? Oh, it's up here, right. I knew that.
This is...
The same design as the one on the sword. Yo,
That's it.
Treat it as you would a woman, okay? Okay, just gentle. Gentle. Just, you know. No, okay. You're good. You're good. Don't jam it. Don't force it. Just be good. Ah. Yeah, definitely don't double team it either. You know what I'm saying? Just be gentle. There you go. There you go. Boom.
look, yo!
What is that? Let's go.
Yes.
I wonder what this thing is.
What?
Yo.
Yeah.
Go. Y'all, with this key press, I have beaten Shenmue II. Right? 3, 2, 1, here! GG. Say this as if it's not like the 10th time I've beaten this game on stream. GG.
Yo!
Watch him and enjoy. This is the part where I'm like, National Treasure totally ripped this part off.
This is...
PogChamp!
Phoenix and dragon.
the same as the mirrors.
My father was carving. From a distant land in the east, from across the sea, he shall appear. He does not know of the strength hidden within him. The strength that would destroy him, the strength that would fulfill his wishes. When he is ready, he shall seek me out, and we shall brave together the rocky path. I shall wait. This encounter has been my destiny since ancient times. A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds shall obscure the heavens. A phoenix shall descend from above. Its wings will create a purple wind. In the midst of the pitch-black night, a morning star shall glisten, alone.
What is that poem?
It has been told in the village from long ago.
The one who holds the phoenix.
That's you, bruh. Now kiss. And with that, GG. Enjoy the credits. Story goes on. That's right. We're not done. We're not done. Because of the time, it's still pretty early. I've only been going for about an hour and a half. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and start Shenmue 3, but first, let's let the credits play out of respect for people that played this game or that made this game. So, yeah. Enjoy. This music is so good. Oh, shut up now. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, y'all. I gotta let Josie out. So give me just a few minutes. Go ahead and save this. Boom. All right. I can X out of this, and I'll throw this up for just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Let me let my puppy out. Throw that up real quick. Let Josie out. I'll be right back. Don't go away. We'll start Shenmue 3 once I get back. Okay, I'm back. So, today, well, actually about 2 hours ago, it marks exactly 3 years since I got Miss Josie. Today is, kind of our anniversary in a way. She's, having fun playing around. Yeah, January 21st, 2018. She was my best friend's puppy, actually. Kevin, Beast of the Block, whatever you know him as. His mother got Josie. She was a rescue pup that she found from somebody that lived close by. I don't know them personally. I've only, maybe met them one time, if ever. But they only had her about a day, and I come over to hang out one day, and 3 years ago today, and she come up and immediately jumped in my lap. And I mean, when I say it was an instant bond, I mean it was an instant bond. And by the end of that one visit, I was like, man, I'd love to have her, man. She is such a good, a good dog. She is so sweet. And his stepdad, her husband was like, well, you want her? And I was like, I thought about it for a second. I was like, yeah, I think I do. And so I went out to the car and I called my parents and I was like, hey, I might be bringing a puppy home tonight. Is that okay? And they were both like, yeah, no, that's great. But the thing was, his mom didn't know that I had her. Now, I didn't know this until after the fact, but she didn't know that I got her. And so when she found out that I took her home, she was really upset. Like, she was pissed. And so the next day I went over there and I talked to her personally. I was like, if anything, I got to nip this in the bud right now. I don't want her to be mad at me. I don't want her to think that I stole her dog or nothing. I don't want to be like that. But I went over there and I was like, listen, how much did you pay for her? And she told me the truth. She was like, $20. I was like, all right, tell you what, come payday, I got your $20. Just wait a week. I got you. And she was cool about it. And when I paid Cindy, her name's Cindy, when I paid her back, I was like, you know what? Are we good? And she was like, yeah, we're good. You can have her. You know, she clearly loves you more than she ever loved any of us. And I was like, well, awesome. And of course, she, you know, she still sees her every once in a while, you know, when I bring her over there. So it's not like she's like completely been hijacked from her life or nothing, but I was able, you know, I brought her home with me that night and we took great care of her. And she's been my best buddy ever since. Is that right, puppy? That's right. She put her paws up on my chair. Many years ago, somebody basically hijacked it from you. Oh, you had a baby cocktail on it. Okay. Or cockatiel, maybe? Because since you know the guy really bad, so you pretended you didn't know, so basically still it for. Aw. Like, that's the thing, like, had I known that she didn't know, I probably wouldn't have taken her home that night. But she was, you know, I mean, obviously, I've known Cindy for like, I don't know, 8 years. At that point, 8 years. It's been longer than that now, closer to 11 now, but, you know, she knew me. She knew she could trust me, so she was absolutely fine with it. She was like, you know what? Once I paid her back and was able, you know, to make it right in her eyes, she was cool with it. And of course, it's, you know, she's... Josie, of course, gets to see her all the time, and, you know, it's not a big deal. I know that first night I was like, oh my god. Once I found out that Cindy didn't know and she was like really pissed off about it, I was like, oh no, I can never show my face there ever again. But the next day I was, you know, fortunate enough to be able to talk to her and she was cool about it. Maybe that first night, if I had talked to her that first night, she probably wouldn't have been okay with it, but we'll see. Or, you know, it's not even a we'll see. It's more like we'll never know. Alright, so excuse me for just a moment. Let me step away for just another minute, tops. And we'll get started on Shenmue 3. I'll be right back. Wasn't even a minute. Oh, it was a cockatiel. Gotcha. Yeah. I had one of them too, once upon a time. Like, I'm basically an animal person in general. Like, I love dogs, I love cats, I love birds. I'm not, you know, especially picky about that stuff. I'm an animal person in general. From being a baby, not being able to fly to the point where he can fly away from home and find his way back. Nice! To the doctor for vaccinations, giving food with a syringe since he was so small. Yeah. I miss my bird. Of course, that was 20 years ago. There's zero chance it's still alive today. But I still do. But, yeah, today was 3 years since I got Miss Puppy. Miss Josie. Good. Sorry, she found a dog treat. But yeah. I feel like that's probably, part of the State Hero stream. Since Josie's kind of a celebrity here around these parts. Everybody knows who Pupper is. Oh no! Guys, I got to download a quick update for Shenmue 3. I forgot to do this last time. No. How big is it, at least? Oh gosh, it's only starting. It's on Steam, so I have to wait. Come on. Can I, like, hold on 1 second. No. Okay, hold on. What you had was a parrot. Oh, okay. Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna capture so everyone can see basically what it is I gotta wait on. Right here. I'm gonna wait on that. Yeah. I don't know how long this will take. It hasn't said yet. But judging on how much it's taken for it to say this, there's really... No! Wait! No! Update! Update right now. Really? Is it? Well, shit. I didn't expect this part of the stream. Shit, it may not even happen because of the fact that I am streaming. They age long? Yeah, both my grandmother and my aunt, her daughter, has a gray African parrot. And yeah, my grandmother had hers for about 23 years. And then my aunt has had hers since 1997, so about 24, almost? And she's still going strong. Okay. Tell y'all what. Since Shenmue III is unlikely to happen tonight, why don't we try something a little different? Let me unplug my stuff here. We'll start Shenmue III tomorrow. Instead, how about I get my stuff right and we'll do a quick Sonic R playthrough since I haven't played that game in about 3 months. We'll do a quick Sonic R playthrough. How does that sound? What? That's Sonic Forces. No. No, that. Damn it. Where's Sonic R? Where's Sonic R? Ah! There we go. We'll do this. Okay, if you'll excuse me for about another minute, let me get my GameCube stuff right, because I can only do a Sonic R playthrough with a GameCube controller. Gotta finish this client's project. Yeah, no rush. No pressure. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Navi. Let me get this right. But, so this time, will be the name of this stream. Being hit by a truck. How long will I be on? Probably not that long. Top of the hour, maybe. It's 10:24 here, so probably until 11. Okay. Let me step away for just a moment. Interrupt the switching games thing for a sec. I'll be right back. Okay. We'll pop up in a sec. Maybe. There it goes. Hey, I gotta set up my controller though, because it's been actually months. There we go. Game, are we good? Almost not. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I haven't done one of these in a while. Okay, so for those who don't know, I about 15 and a half years ago, I became a Sonic R speedrunner. If you don't know what Sonic R is, you're about to be in for a treat, because it's the game with the best soundtrack of all time. So, yeah. This will either. Oh no! Oh shit! No! Okay. No! I gotta X out. I really didn't check my mods. Hold up. I'm playing the PC version of Sonic R, so yeah. There's shit involved here that I need. Sonic R Knuckles turned off. Turn that off. Springs, turn that off. Sorry. There's I didn't plan to have to do this tonight, so pardon me for a sec. Or try this now. There we go. We'll pop up in a sec. There we go. So, typically, I do 100% no out of bounds, so no, like, super involved tricks or nothing. I haven't done this in a while. Oh no, I still got my fucking ring. Oh no. Oh, this is something. Okay, sorry, I have to do this again. Mobby. Professional streamer. Hashtag professional. My bad. You know what? I'll keep this playing. Codes. Max rings, yeah, get rid of that. Hard balloon mode, get rid of that. Players never sink into water, yeah, definitely get rid of that. Double menu timeout, yeah, okay. Alright, those are the only cheats I got on, so we're good. We're good. We're good. Dude, everything is fine. Josie, don't look at me like that. You know what's up. Everything's good. Shit. Oh. Whoops. Okay, let's do this for real this time, damn it. Let's go. Alright, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's good. We're good. Good.
Ready, set, go!
Do this as legit as can be. Oh, well, missed that. So, for those who are not at all familiar with Sonic R, it's a racing game from 1997. Originally came out on the Sega Saturn. The thing about it is, although it has some of the worst racing controls of all time, it has the best soundtrack of all time. And that is not up for debate. The idea for it is, if you look down at the bottom left corner, you see the 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5, whatever. If you have all 5 and finish within 3rd place, that gives you a chance to unlock a hidden character. And also, if you're at all familiar with Sonic, you know about the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, those are in this game too. There's the there was the blue one. I'll get that next lap. It's fine. Feel the sunshine. If you get all 7, balls. good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's good. That was disgraceful, actually, but it's fine. It's good. Everything's fine. Played this in a while, so it's good. Yeah. If you finish within third place with all 5 coins, you get a second race with a hidden character. In this case, it's Metal Sonic. And if you beat this hidden character within the race, you got it. You win the character.
Can you see the sun is shining on me? It makes me feel so free, so alive.
And of course, as far as the Chaos Emeralds are concerned, you have to finish within first place to keep those. If you get all 7 within the game, you unlock Super Sonic, which is the most broken character ever. Oh no. Well, okay. That was terrible. Okay. I usually keep Knuckles the whole time. Knuckles is sort of the most balanced of the starter characters. Like, you've got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Robotnik. Sonic is all speed, no handling. Tails is all handling, no speed. Knuckles is somewhere in the middle, so he's sort of the best one to deal with. Then Amy is in a league all of her own. Same with Eggman. Yeah. So yeah, Knuckles is kind of the best one to kind of deal with. What? Go ahead and do this. There's a bunch of shit I have to explain. Considering it's been so long since I've done this. So, you may see me try to do drifting a lot. Which is this right here. Anytime you see smoke coming from my feet, like right there, I'm drifting. Now, every character has a top speed that they can go to. And drifting, at least while it happens, can bypass that top speed. Again, you know, while it happens. So the trick is to sort of drift as much as you absolutely can. So I gotta do that number there. But as you can see, if you hug the wall and kind of drift while you're hugging up against the wall, which, yes, I know goes against every convention of every racing game ever made, except for this one, you can keep that momentum going. So you'll see me do drifting a lot. That's just part of the game, I guess. Part of the run. Yeah, pretty much it's just get 50 rings, boost, and win first. Pretty much that simple. That's pretty much enough. May not be a full 50, but it's fine. It's good. Good as it gets. Any questions? That's probably smart to ask. Regal Ruin. I would call it the hardest stage in the game, only because it's super easy to fuck it up. Because the thing with Regal Ruin, as opposed to almost every other stage, is the fact that you have to go a different route each time you do it. Like each lap, you have to take a different route to get everything there is to offer in the stage. Yeah, we should be fine here. Like each stage has 5 coins. Resort Island has 1 emerald, but all the other stages has 2. So you kind of have to strategically map out the stages in your mind before you do it. Plan it out. Because even on this stage, if you miss one thing, it could really throw off the entire rest of the run. Yeah. This, we should be good. Yeah, we're good. 4, don't miss this. 5, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's about it, really. And for this, you just have to finish first.
Ready, set, go!
Now there is a trick that I like to do. If I get a 5 ring here, I can. Well, nope, that won't do it. Not good. 15 rings is about the sweet spot for this, to show that part off, but since I have enough, I might as well just get the full 50. It's cool. But if I get 15 rings, it should be enough to get around this wall here. Am I right? And I could use that to jump off somewhat. But even then, even now, I have more than I need to do this, so who cares? This is my first run in 2 months. Well, longer than 2 months. I get a 25. Alright, whatever. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. It's good. Don't worry about it. Even though she's not here, I can feel Mrs. Keep his knuckles. Jack the factory. Even though I consider Regal Ruin to be the hardest in the game, this one is statistically harder. Although I don't consider it to be that much harder. You need 120 rings to get everything here. 250 rings and a 20 ring. Because as you could probably tell, the doors here require X amount of rings. Ah! Balls. We're good. We're good. It's fine, dude. It's fine. We're about it. And normally I should have like more like 70 to 80 rings here, but I don't. Hopefully RNG will help me out here. 79. Right, yeah, nope. I'll grab this one. A rule of thumb that I always have is always grab the stuff that's furthest away. That when the time comes to get it, it won't, do that much. That goes this way. Here, there's the 20 ring with the 5th and final coin, which means I only need about 23 more rings before I get this last coin. We're good. Should be good. Oh, if I only had 2 more rings, it would have been nice. Look at the shadow on the ground. Oh, there we go. We're good. Like that, and then hit the wall here. And drift. There you go. Knuckles versus Metal Knuckles. Ooh, good RNG. Alright, I can boost. 9. Boom. Nice, a sub 26. Nice. Good. I can just coast to the end now. Oh, I bet I won't because I hit the fucking invisible wall. That's sad, Cleveland. Damn. Lost 4 seconds there. No. But I did get everything, so we can move on to the 5th and final stage. As Supersonic, since we got all 7 emeralds, we can go to the 5th and final stage, Radiant Emerald. Now this one is both easy and hard. Because I'm playing as Supersonic, I have to race against all the 4 other hidden characters that I've already unlocked. But also, there's no RNG in this stage, so I have to pick up every single ring that I come across. Which, under normal circumstances, is a little bit harder than normal. I'll need about 100 rings by the beginning of lap 2. Almost there. 90, nice. 99, good enough. Hit that, we're good. And then the boost is right here. I can just drift my way to the end. Although I do need more rings because I got to do another 50 ring boost by the end of lap 2. Everybody! That's right. Got a falsetto it. Shit. Oh, hell. That's right. We'll do now. Now I just drift to the end, which there is a slight chance of clipping out of balance by doing this, but it didn't happen, so we're good. I didn't get sub 2 minutes, but it's fine. My first run in 2 months. Well, more like 3, but it's fine. Dude, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Call this de-rusting. And that's the run right there. That's it. That's the whole game. That's a 100% run at least. There's other categories such as 100% or any percent. You know, any percent is just beating the game. You don't have to get all the other characters. Then of course there's out of bounds, and then there's no out of bounds for both of those. So there's really 4 major categories. GG, thank you, Kara. But my preferred category is 100% no out of bounds. And let's not kid ourselves, this soundtrack is so good. I want this song played at my wedding. I've said that before, and I'm not joking when I say that. Mrs., you better add that to the playlist. I have no shame in admitting the fact that this song was one of my guilty pleasures growing up. I have no shame in that at all. It's not even a guilty pleasure anymore. I'm very open about the fact that I actually do unironically love this song. I don't give a damn if you judge or not. I don't give a good goddamn. Alright, so basically, I'm done for tonight. Unless you guys want me to do another playthrough, but I doubt that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and raid my good friend Kai, Unity Kai, who's live playing Test Drive Le Mans. Go ahead and do that. Good dude. Good streamer. Good friend of mine. The end. That's right. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out, Kira. It was a good time. Alright. Oh, wait. Well, there might be some music playing in the background while I X out of the game. Let me do this real quick. There we go. Thanks for that, everyone. Go ahead and say hi to my friend Kai. Alright. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys maybe Sunday or Monday. We'll see what happens. No stream tomorrow or Saturday because of other plans that have come up. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah. Next stream we'll start Shenmue 3. Show. Thanks for having. Oh my gosh, words are hard. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back next time. Take care, everyone. See you then.